Earth-7 was a prosperous world with a booming meta-human population, one with heroes prominently similar to those of Earth-8, which was no coincidence given that Earth-7 was actually a regenerated version of Earth-8, but with subtle differences. Thus, Earth-7, like Earth-8, also consisted of heroes similar to characters from Marvel Comics such as American Crusader, a homage to Captain America, the Elastic Doc Future similar to Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four, Valkyrie, who has huge weapons and either a pastiche of Marvel's Valkyrie or Angela, the rocky-skinned Golem, who has feet like that of an elephant and similar to the Thing of the Fantastic Four. The name Golem comes from Jewish folklore, which could be connected to the fact that the Thing is Jewish. Thunderer, a personification of the god of thunder, Thor. Microbot, who has the capability of size alteration through his suit, much like Ant-Man. And a Devil Fist, who is possibly derived from Hellboy of Dark Horse Comics. In the Multiversity story arc of 2014, Earth-7 was targeted and destroyed by the destructive demons of the Gentry as part of their first incursion into the multiverse and their plan of using the last monitor. The Gentry disabled the laws of physics in this universe and killed billions, humans and superhumans alike. All the heroes died defending their reality against the Gentry. The tormented red skies show the shredded vaporous form of Ghost Girl, the invisible woman of Earth-7, and she is joined by shrieking phantom clouds of trapped and dematerialized hero spirits. Also in the sky is Fireball, this Earth's version of Human Torch, entombed as a living, suffering consciousness chained to the deformed, flaming, and dying sun. In the grounds, we see Frank Doc Future, a version of Marvel's Mr. Fantastic, stretched, attenuated, tortured, unable to move, and draped like a sheet across the ruins of a New York he vowed to protect. Then there's Golem, Earth-7 version of the Thing of the Fantastic Four, fused into the series of buildings and infrastructure in twisted agony. The ruined corpse of this universe became the lair of the Empty Hand and the Gentry, while the Gentry built an oblivion machine on these ruins. The sole survivor of Earth-7 is Thunderer, an incarnate storm god. Thunderer was saved by Nyx Watan, the last of the multiversal monitors, who, together with Stubbs, was investigating the anomalies in Earth-7. Thunderer tried to warn them that he and his world is beyond saving and they must warn the other worlds. The Gentry, Intellectron, made a deal with Nyx Watan that he can save Thunderer but only in exchange of his own. Nyx then told Thunderer that this situation is the kind of problem that he can resolve. Nyx then insisted for Thunderer to ride the Ultima Thule, then go to the House of Heroes to summon the greatest heroes of the multiverse. When Thunderer got into the House of Heroes, he gathered the heroes from different Earths and explained to them what happened to Earth-7 and that the multiverse is in grave danger. He asked some of them to stay in the House of Heroes to protect the universes, while the others will help him get back to Earth-7 to find Nyx Watan. Luckily, President Superman easily learned how to operate the Ultima Thule for them to travel. However, instead of Earth-7, they accidentally landed on Earth-8 as Earth-7 and Earth-8 are very similar. The heroes of Earth-8 looked like the heroes of Earth-7, but Thunderer knows it's not them. In Earth-8, Lord Havoc was taking his revenge against the Future family as he watches the Genesis egg beginning to hatch. However, the power within the egg began consuming Lord Havoc. When the Genesis egg cracked open, a distorted version of Nyx Watan and Stubbs were released. The evil Nyx Watan was then used by the Gentry to destroy Earth-8. In the battle of the multiversal heroes against the Super Judge, the corrupted Nyx Watan in Earth-8, the bodies of the deceased Earth-7 heroes were later resurrected by the Super Judge as zombies under the thrall of the Gentry to attack the Earth-8 heroes and the multiversal heroes, where each were battling their Earth-8 counterparts. Eventually, the Earth-8 retaliators and the multiversal heroes were overwhelmed by the zombies, with the fall of President Superman and Captain Carrot. Fortunately, Red Razor of Earth-36 realized what he should do with Super Judge. Stubbs and Captain Carrot explained to Red Razor that Nyx Watan is not behind a force field but rather trapped, and it will take fast thinking to get him out. So just as Super Judge was about to finish prepping his scary cube, Red Razor reappeared and carried with him a mob of speedster heroes. Uniting their powers, they chained a series of infinite mass punches to cut through the force field and dole out a right hook to the Super Judge. Super Judge went down, and while he is turning back into Nyx Watan, the zombies of Earth-7 disintegrated into smoke. As the heroes began congratulating themselves, Superman recognized that that was a little too easy. He also realized that the front door of the Gentry Lord Broken has sounds coming from behind it with a strange light in its windows. Some of the multiversal heroes then walked through it and found themselves standing on Earth 7. In front of them is the throne of the Empty Hand, which is flanked by multiple versions of the 6 members of the Gentry. On the throne, the colossal humanoid called the Empty Hand says that he believes they cannot stop him. His assembled Gentry, fat and nourished on the remains of Multiverse 2, will labor to construct the Oblivion engine. It will be the final part of their collective, never-ending story, and they will not meet until he deems the time is right. It was eventually revealed that the Oblivion machine is actually Earth 7 itself, which is now modified by the Empty Hand and the Gentry to serve as a doomsday weapon for them to utilize as part of their sinister plans to erase the wish that Superman had made with the Miracle Machine during the final crisis. Soon, Darkseid's forces fought the Great Darkness in Earth 7, as he is the only one with a fighting chance against them. However, Darkseid was no match against the darkness. Afterwards, the Empty Hand completed the Oblivion machine, and with it, the crack in the multiverse will grow and it will soon consume the multiverse. To prevent the Great Darkness in invading the multiverse, Thunderer used the World Storm and destroyed his home planet to destroy the Oblivion machine. Thunderer was successful, and with it, he let go of any chance of restoring Earth 7. According to Grant Morrison's Multiversity annotations, Earth 7 is an analog for Marvel's Ultimate Marvel universe, and the resurrection of its heroes as zombies is reminiscent of Marvel Zombies, which first appeared also in the Ultimate Marvel universe. The unfortunate fate of Earth 7 is a reference to the fate of Ultimate Marvel, which suffered a heavy decline after its Ultimatum event killed off many of its characters. Grant Morrison confirmed that what happened to Earth 7 was intended to be a reference to Jeff Loeb and David Finch's Ultimatum series. Now let's talk about the sole survivor of Earth 7, the Thunderer. The only survivor of the cataclysm in Earth 7 was Thunderer, a powerful hero and a weather god of the Moanjum people. After Earth 7 was attacked by the Gentry, he was saved by the last of the Monitors and sent to the House of Heroes to rally help. There, he sounded the multiversal alarm and summoned many champions from many universes and gathered them together in order to return to his world and rescue Nyx Uotan. Like Thor of Marvel, Thunderer is an immortal with godly physiology. He has superhuman durability and strength. He has such strength that he knocked out his counterpart from Earth 8 named Wundajin with a single hit. His weather manipulation powers can cause large-scale thunderstorms in his localized area. As a deity of weather, he has electrokinesis that can control lightning and thunder, which he can channel through his weapons to use as a destructive force. His weapons are the conductive axe and lance. His lightning power through his lance can easily defeat Power Girl. Although he can only access the full extent of his powers on Earth 7, Thunderer can still be incredibly powerful in other realities. Thunderer has brown eyes, but sometimes the sclera of his eyes are black, but sometimes they are white. This character, like Wundajin of Earth 8, are both based on rain spirits or deities of the Moanjun community of Australian Aboriginal people, the Wangina. Eventually, Thunderer became a founding member of the Justice Incarnate with Mary Marvel of Earth 5, Captain Carrot of Earth 26, Batman of Earth 17, Machine Head of Earth 8, Aquawoman Ariel Curry of Earth 11, President Superman of Earth 23, Abin Sur, the Green Lantern of Earth 20, and Red Razor of Earth 36. When the Supermen of the multiverse were being hunted by the Prophecy, Thunderer and the League warned the Supermen of the incoming danger. Thunderer would triangulate the musical beacon of the Ultima Thule to find the location of the Prophecy and the kidnapped Superman. When the Dark Army that consisted of Darkseid, Ares, Neron, and several other heavy hitters had been created by Pariah to recreate the multiverse, Thunderer and the Justice Incarnate fought them together with the Justice League of Prime Earth. However, Pariah annihilated the heroes using a massive wave of energy. Thunderer and the team were later seen to be possessed by the darkness, giving them red fiery eyes while entrapped by dark chains around their bodies. They tried to conquer the Orrery of Worlds with the intention of infecting the multiverse with darkness. Luckily, Dr. Light had powers that can negate the darkness and turn the Justice Incarnate back to their normal selves. Later, Thunderer and the Justice Incarnate also participated in the Dark Crisis saga. So there goes Earth 7. Like me, I'm quite sure that you want more comic appearances of the heroes of Earth 7 or a prequel on how the Gentry destroyed this reality. But before that, what do you think about the costume of the Thunderer? Does it feel like more similar to Storm's costume than to Thor? Who do you think could play Thunderer in a live-action film? And if given a chance, which hero of Earth 7 would you like to have survived their apocalypse aside from Thunderer? Like always, place down your comments below, like, share, subscribe, and give us a super thanks.